Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel Eurodite Academy. I am Kurad. In this video, I am going to talk about William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and he died in 1616 at the age of 52. He is considered English national poet and he is also called the birth of Yvonne. We all are aware of four tragedies which is written by William Shakespeare. The first one is Hamlet, second one is Othello, and the third is King Lear, and the fourth one is Macbeth. In this video, I am going to talk about certain works which we do not focus on. But when the question comes in the commission test, we feel so bad that okay, even after reading Shakespeare, we are not able to answer the question. So before we talk about the work by Shakespeare, let's first look at certain important details about Shakespeare's life. You all know that Shakespeare has written a play called Hamlet, but what is important to know is that Shakespeare had a son called Hamlet and he died at the age of 11, and it has been said that somewhere Shakespeare was influenced by his death, and it is only after his death that he got the idea that he should write a play called Hamlet, where he could talk about father asking his son to take revenge. This is a picture of Globe Theatre. Another important factor about Shakespeare is that he worked in Globe Theatre. Now you must know that there was a several theatre which were open during the Elizabethan Renaissance, and during that period we find that the theatre were very important, and that is why the name of the theatre or the order in which were open has been asked in fpsc and spsc lecturer tests. So make sure that today, before you go through the list of the theatre which were working during the Elizabethan England, you know the sequence in which they were open. Globe Theatre was very famous because of two reasons. Number one, it was a three-story theatre and it was situated in the outskirts of London near Thames River. Number two, all the major plays were performed by the actors in the Globe Theatre. That is why it became so important and so prominent. We also find that apart from the play, Shakespeare has written a lot of sonnets and poetry. So we find that he has written 154 sonnets. How many sonnets he has written? 154 sonnets. In all and out of his play, we find that in first folio 36 plays were there. How many plays in the first folio? 36 plays. Okay, and the two plays were not included in the first folio. The name of the play are Two Noble Kingsmen and the Pericles. There was a play which was called Princess of Tyre, which was earlier not included in the first folio, but now it is accepted as a part of first folio. Shakespeare's sonnets are celebrated throughout the globe. A sonnet number 18 is so remarkable. I always fall in love with this line. Shall I compare thee to the summer days? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Then there is a sonnet number 116 where he says that love is not love, which alter when the alteration finds. And this is so remarkable and most beautiful poem. In this sonnet, Shakespeare tries to say that if the person you are not loving, he grows old and your love for the person changes. That means you would actually never in love with that person. There is another sonnet which is sonnet number 130, which start with the line that my mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is more red than her lips. So we find that that he was writing such a wonderful set of poems that we still celebrate it after so many ages. So this was a short introduction about Shakespeare. We just look at his sonnet and a few of his work now. Let's look at the some really important work written by William Shakespeare which you must read if you are preparing for the lecturer test. Let's talk about the first play written by William Shakespeare. The name of the play is Two Gentlemen of Verona. In this play, Two Gentlemen of Verona, which is the first play by William Shakespeare, that is why it is important to discuss this play. We find that this is a story of two friends named Proteus and Valentine. And both these friends go to the court of Duke of Milan. And there they fell in love with their daughter of the Duke named Celia. The story revolves around these two friends, their loves of Celia, and toward the end we find that the Proteus marries Julia and the Valentine marries Celia. Celia was a daughter of Duke of Milan. Okay, so Valentine marries with Celia. So this is how the play ends. What is important about this play is that this play has for the first time in its play female crossing dressing word there. In this play we can find female cross dressing. Okay. So this MCQs came in a lecturer test. In the past paper I found out this MCQs. So the question was which play of Shakespeare was a instance of first female cross dressing. So the answer was Two Gentlemen of Verona. The next important play of Shakespeare is Comedy of Error. So, in the Comedy of Error, Shakespeare follows the unity of time. So, according to the Dr. Johnson, all the Shakespeare play follows the unity of action. We do not find another unity in his play. So here in this Comedy of Error and another play that name is Tempest, in these two plays Shakespeare followed the classical unity of time. Which unity? Unity of time. So that is very important in this play. So this is the first part of William Shakespeare. I will share another part soon. Thank you for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.